Hello friends, welcome to Shiksharthi. In this video, we shall be discussing how to find out the solutions for two linear equations. So let's start. Now, I have taken two linear equations as a1x, the first one as a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0, and the second linear equation as a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. And now you already know that if such a pair of equations is given, then the x and the y intercepts, we'll be getting it in the third quadrant. I hope you have already seen my earlier videos which talks about how to find out the quadrants for how to find out the quadrants given the intercepts given the equation, right? Okay, now taking it further and just starting off with a puzzle. The puzzle here is, can I say that an equation which does not pass through the origin. Now when I say it does not pass through the origin, that means it will not satisfy the pair x comma y as 0 comma 0. I repeat, an equation which does not pass through the origin, a line of an equation which does not pass through the origin will pass through three quadrants, any three quadrants. Those three quadrants could be first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, could be first quadrant, third quadrant, and the fourth quadrant, could be second quadrant, third quadrant, and the fourth quadrant, could be third, fourth, and first, which we have already talked about. Think on this. Okay, now when I talk about this, in addition to this, I need to specify that none of them can be equated to a 0. When I talk about none of them, I am basically referring to the coefficients of x and y. So they can take any number value except for 0. What if I put c1 and c2 equal to a 0? So please refer to my first or the second video on this. You'll get enlightened on that. So in that case, you'll be able to say that the moment I put c1 and c2 also equal to a 0, in that case I get the representation of a linear equation in terms of a line which passes through the origin. And if there is a line which passes through the origin, can I say it will always pass through exactly two quadrants? So think about these two things. First is, any line which does not pass through the origin will pass through exactly three quadrants, and any line which passes through the origin will pass through exactly two quadrants. This is just a food for thought for you to think on this. Okay, now in that video itself, we had basically talked about how to find out the slope. So when I find out the slope here, what will I do? I'll just take the coefficients of x and y. So for example, if I say line 1, this is line 1, this is line 2. So for line 1, let us assume that the slope of this line is m1, and for line 2, if the slope is m2. So in first case, can I say it is nothing but minus times of a1 by b1? This we have already done it in our earlier videos, and this will be nothing but minus times of a2 upon b2. Now we are talking about how to find out the solution. Now first let us understand this graphically. We'll make three cases here. The first case here is, I am taking these two lines like these. So let's say this line is L1 and this line is L2. In the second case, I am taking two parallel lines. Let's say this is L1 and this is L2. In the third case, I am taking two parallel lines. And even before doing that, let me take a line segment. So let us say this is a line segment AB, this is line 1, and this is line 2. And on this I am getting a line segment CD. Here I am taking AB again, and here I am taking CD. This is a line segment CD, and this is second line segment CD. So now if I say all the points A, B, C, D lie on this line only, so I am basically talking about coincident lines, wherein both these lines are nothing but the same. They are coinciding with each other, they are superimposing, they are nothing but the same. This is the third case. So let us see how to get the cases wherein here, now since they are intersecting, so this point of intersection, we call it as a common solution. the common solution to both the equations. This is known as the common solution. I'm just encircling it for a better understanding. Here you are not having any common solution because the lines are not intersecting with each other, and here the lines are intersecting at these 4 points and much more than these 4 points. I mean, they are intersecting at other points also. So here you are having what? Infinite points of intersection, infinitely many, right? So just by this explanation itself, can I say here I'll get only one solution and here I'll get what? So I'm just drawing a line in between so that just to segregate the cases. So here I'll get what? No solution. Why? Because both the lines are not intersecting with each other. So you will have no common solution. That is common solution only, which will give you this, the common solution. Common is which is common to both. And here you are having what? Let's say a non-unique solution or infinite solution, infinitely many. Solutions. Now we have understood this graphically. Let's put it down in terms of conditions. Now, can I say the slope of this line is not equal to the slope of this line, which is why they are having a unique solution, because one solution means a unique solution. Which is just like saying minus a1 by b1 is not equal to minus a2 by b2. So we are just comparing the slopes, which is why now you will see that all these three conditions that we are going to discuss here will make the things so easy for you that it will not be required to mug up anything. Had you known this, known what? How to find out the slope of the given lines, which is nothing but minus times of the coefficient of x divided by the coefficient of y. So minus times of coefficient of x divided by coefficient of y. Okay, so which is just like I cancel the minus and I can simply say that I can now start using all the rules of ratio proportions which you know till date. So you will see that now ratio proportion and linear equations, they go hand in hand. So either I'll say the first inference that I can draw here is a1 upon b1 is not equal to a2 upon b2. And the same inference now if I have to draw here, I will say what? The slopes here are equal, right? So let's say here the basic condition was the slope of line m1 is not equal to slope of line m2. Here slope of line m1 is equal to the slope of line m2 because both the lines are parallel to each other, and here also the slopes are equal. So this is the condition for slopes not being equal, and these two are conditions for slopes being equal. When we do this, now then we come to see that here I'll say the same. I'll say minus a1 upon b1 is equal to minus a2 upon b2. So the first inference that I'm going to get from here will be a1 upon b1 will be equal to a2 upon b2. But then when you have seen, so you would have seen my earlier videos in which we have drawn, I have drawn what? We have basically drawn the lines. There were two parallel lines which were parallel to each other, but their y-intercepts were not equal to each other. So in this case, you will have an additional condition which says, so first we will just change this to a different format, and the different format here is, now using ratio proportion I can bring this down and take this up. So I'll say what? a1 upon a2 will not be equal to b1 upon b2. And here we will say what? a1 upon a2 will be equal to b1 by b2. And the additional condition which you will get here is not equal to c1 by c2. Why? Because both the lines are not superimposing each other. So now learning a lesson here, so we can directly come down to the results. We can say that a1 upon b1 will be equal to a2 upon b2, and coming down to the final result is just like saying a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 and is equal to c1 upon c2. Why? Because the line is nothing but the same. Now these conditions are very, very important for you to find out this is just like saying a precondition. Now once you have the precondition, then only you talk about the solution set. So at the very beginning, you will be able to identify whether the given set of equations, I mean whether two equations, they have a common solution or not, just based on the coefficients. And those that entire coefficient theory is nothing but the slope of the lines. So even if you get a graphical question and they give you a graphical question saying that these are two lines which are parallel to each other, will they have a common solution? The answer is no. And why is the answer no? Because the lines are not intersecting with each other. Here, why are we having infinitely many? Because there are so many line segments that I can draw on the same line, right? Which is why we say infinitely many solutions given that the slopes are equal. But you will always get one common solution, or you will get a unique solution for a pair of lines only when they intersect with each other, and they will intersect with each other only when their slopes are not equal. So if you feel that this video is really informative and it helps you to see the solution even before you start doing the question or guess the answer to a solution, I mean, let's say guess the solution and the answer, please do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. If you have already done so, click on the bell icon and select all so that you get regular updates from us. If you want us to do videos on specific topics or difficult topics, put it in the comment section so that we can do it for you. Thank you so much. Until next we meet, goodbye.